Rose Goes Vegan, and today we're going to be making some ratatouille. Okay, so I got the onions on, and I have some eggplant here. And my onions are what they call translucent now. So, put this eggplant to the side for a second, because we're going to get that in the oven in one moment. And a beautiful bell pepper. Slice that open. Now, I find it easier if you just slice it open like this. Open it. You already have one half. And I just go right around the edge. You can see that. And with my finger, just get all the seeded part out. And it's like almost zero waste. Okay? I'm slicing this in pretty thick slices, like that. Beautiful. And then I'm just going to go make big chunks. This is going to be a chunky ratatouille. Like, I have 3 tablespoons of olive oil in here. I have like about 2 teaspoons of oregano. Put that in with my olive oil. And do about a teaspoon of salt. I have some very nice sea salt. And then my big chunky eggplant. Let's put that all in there together. And my oven is super hot. It's on about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? Just let me grab a spoon. And I'm going to toss that olive oil around. And like I said, I'm probably just going to add some more just because I love olive oil. And eggplants are like sponges when it comes to oil. You know, if you just use the right amount, it's just perfect. Or you can be like me and just go overboard. I'm just going to grab my extra virgin olive oil, my EVOO, as they call it. And this is about 3 tablespoons. So if I do this again, fill it up. Now we have 6 tablespoons of olive oil. And I think normally I should do it. Now, I'm just going to keep turning it. Make sure they all get coated. And this should go about pretty quickly, between 10-15 minutes in the oven. And then while that's in the oven, we are going to take care of our tomatoes and add them to the onions. Then you want to preheat your pan. You know, like the pan should be hot, the oven is hot. So you want to have the pan that you're going to cook your eggplant on and the oven as well, so it is also super hot, charged up, ready to go. So when you put the eggplant on there, if you can hear it, it's already sizzling. But the pan is hot.
Choose your fighters.
And I'm gonna hit that up with some freshly ground black pepper. Good. Toss it back into the oven. It helps when that little lid is off. Okay. And then I just like to drizzle it again. Like I said, I love the olive oil. Just a little bit more. Give that one more toss. Toss that in the oven. And then you want to just spread it out. So, everybody has their own place. Okay, one more little go at it with the olive oil. Right, drizzle here. In good measure. Okay, get that back in that hot oven. So that was salt, black pepper, and oregano. Okay? Now, I'm putting tomatoes in the blender in half. setting as like a pulser. And then like the tops, because these tomatoes were so nice and ripe, you just take the top off. It's not gonna have like that hard and edible like piece. And this is like, you want it to be like a rough chop. This is just to help it out, look. You do it like that. Put it on my ice setting. And it's like, boom, and it stops a bit. It pulses, okay? So I pulse it a bit. There's a big chunk of tomato in here. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave a big chunk. And I'm adding this to my onion and bell pepper. It has not yet been seasoned. And I'm turning it back on. I turned it off just for a second. And now I just did that just so it can start to cook. And what I'm going to do with the other ones, I like to use the blender. The blender incorporates some air in there. I don't mind. I like to use it. I do prefer just to chop vegetables up myself. So I'm quartering this and I'm going down it 3 times. That's my rolled tomatoes, and it's going to give off some juice. And I just like to blend some of it and chop some of it. So with the rolled tomatoes, I'm cutting it in 4s, and then I'm taking those 2 pieces and cutting it into 3s, and it's like a rough dice, and then give it a stir. So like I said, this is going to be a really chunky ratatouille, and I don't take the skins off of my tomatoes. I don't think it's necessary because we're going to slow cook this for a while. And at the end, not only do I add my eggplant, but I also add some zucchini at the end, because zucchini, I don't really like it really mushy in my ratatouille. I like it kind of al dente. So I add it last. And over to the camera, I add my garlic. I didn't saute my garlic. Sometimes I don't, because I feel like when it's cooked in tomato sauce, the true sweetness of the garlic retains its sweetness and its bite. So I like to add that sometimes, like I said. Now, like I said, I didn't add any salt yet, so I'll go ahead and add, you always start off with like a teaspoon of salt, and this is always sea salt. I just love sea salt. I think a lot of people do. I'm gonna go with some black pepper. Give it a lot of twists there. Can you remember the scraps that we had from making the sun-dried tomatoes? I have that bowl. I'm going to add that to my pot. And then it's going to be, I would imagine, between 10 to 15 fresh tomatoes that went in here. 1 bell pepper, 1 large yellow onion is in here as well. And 2 cloves of garlic, salt, and pepper. We're gonna take the eggplant out of the oven, and it's just about 15 minutes. Depending on your oven, you should randomly, keep an eye on it. So it's just lightly browning. I just love olive oil and eggplant. I think for 2 small eggplants like you saw, well, they were like medium-sized eggplants, I would say 6 to 8 tablespoons. Okay. It's delicious. It's just right. So it was just browning a little bit on the edges. Okay, now I'm going to add my spices, my herbs, my secrets to my roasted vegetable pot. So what I have here for you today, very nice. I'm going to just start with something I dried myself in my dehydrator. These are lemons. I was saying if you find any lemons on sale or somebody just giving lemons away, I don't know. Or you just like lemons like I do. You put them in your dehydrator and they're gorgeous. And I don't know, it's just different than just using lemon juice. It just gives a very nice citrusy, subtle taste to any dish, okay? I have a tablespoon of hot curry powder, very nice. I have some bay leaves. I have here a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of oregano, and a teaspoon of smoked paprika powder. And I have about 4 small bay leaves, if you're wondering. Okay, I'm just gonna add that to the tomatoes now. And they're looking really good. Everything's looking good and smelling good. Now it's just gonna smell even more good. Okay, nice that is. Just chuck that in there. Just stir that gently, incorporating all those lovely herbs in there. Our tomatoes are doing well. Thickening up a bit. Very saucy, very juicy. And I'm just gonna let that, I'm gonna turn down the fire on that. Thank you for watching. I hope this was a help to you. Roasted vegetable pot or ratatouille, however you like to call it. Make it your own, add your own special secret ingredients if you like. Just get the good stuff in. Thanks a lot for watching. Share me with your friends. Until the next time, this is Nikki Rose, and this is Nikki Rose Goes Vegan. Goodbye and be blessed.